3.
And welcome one and all to the start of this year's UKSG Autumn Marathon 2021 in aid of crisis. I am Ruffled Bricks. This is my first time hosting for you, my hosting debut. And I'm very delighted to start off my first shift by introducing this wonderful starting run for the marathon. We have a race, 80% Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch between Raine and Magma6770. Take it away, folks.
Yeah, thanks so much. So, as Ruffle Bricks has said, I'm Magma. Hello, I'm the player on the right. To my left is Raine. I guess to your left, actually, is Raine. We are both Super Mario Odyssey runners. Raine has also dabbled in things such as Lego The Hobbit and any other games you played in a speedrunning context.
Celeste, but not very well. I'd like to say more Celeste.
As Rufflebricks has mentioned, we're going to be doing a any percent race, and it's basically just going to be who can finish the game as quickly as possible. So we're going to be switching between context of who's not narrating which kingdom, and yeah, you'll very quickly figure out how this game works and all the strats that we're using. We'll try and explain a few as we go. But I hope you enjoy the run.
Yeah. Oh, and just as a little note, it's also our first time running in a marathon as well. So it's all the newbies here out in first. So scary times for us all, I'm sure. I think we're ready to get started, though.
Yeah. Do you want to give us a countdown, Raine?
Yeah, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, Cap Kingdom, first kingdom of the game. It's supposed to be like a very short, action-paced tutorial. It's designed to teach about movement in the game. So we start off by skipping a bunch of cutscenes because we don't really want to be watching a bunch of cutscenes. But essentially, Bowser, kidnaps Peach, the usual, then throws Mario down. This is Mario's sentient Cappy. Who helps us possess objects throughout the run. So we won't get Cappy yet, we just need to go and get him from over the bridge. But Cappy helps us in this game. If we throw our hat at things, we can transform into the things, and we can use that to do various interesting fun things. So, not really much here. Just oh, I've already messing up. It's just some ability to get you used to jumping, walking around. And we've obviously picked up the hat now, so we can throw the hat at things.
Oh, please tell me you're throwing.
What's happening with you?
I just entered the cap.
Yeah, I'm in Frog Room.
Get the terminology in there as well.
So yeah, there are some strats for Frog Room. You can vector jump across here to go a little bit faster. I'm not doing that. I think Magman's doing that though. Or trying.
Oh no, I got it.
Nice. And then we're already nearly at the end of the first kingdom. Checkpoint here, we're just going to ignore it and jump around. There's some strats here called left and right side cap. I forget how much time left side saves, but do right side because it's easier and I want the coins. And this is the first boss of the game. This is Topper. Oh, okay, I've messed up Topper, but most of the bosses can be very easily cheesable in the game, and a lot of them you just skip. So you'll see Topper is now dead, and we can move on to Cascade Kingdom, the second kingdom in the game. And we have a little bit of downtime if there's anything you want to read out.
Yes, certainly. We've already got a few donations have come in. First one is from Grisbear with the $10, saying, "Hello UKSG, good luck to all the runners and have a wonderful event." We've also got a donation from Huds601 with $20, saying, "Good afternoon everyone and welcome to UKSG Autumn 2021. We're all super excited to bring you another great event. I want to wish everyone from the runners, commentators, hosts, tech and more a fun and enjoyable UKSG. Let's get racing for crisis And remember, it's not UKSG without some kind of tech issue. Donation goes to Mendez, feeding the dog. Good luck, friend.
Okay.
And that is a reference to the Discworld any percent incentive we've got to feed the dog. By the way, up to you, gang.
Okay, so we moved on to the second kingdom here. This is Cascade Kingdom. This is where we'll first get the show of moons and collecting them. So as you can see in the top left, we've got empty circles. Basically, the goal of each kingdom is to get as many moons as you can as quickly as possible in order to power up the Odyssey and basically make it to the next kingdom. So there's a few different strats we'll use here. Specifically after we get the Odyssey introduction right here, we'll make our way upwards. I keep messing up movement. I hope you're messing up as much as I am.
I've just done Dino Skip.
Oh, you've just done Dino Skip? I'm throwing right now. Oh, okay. I'll explain Dino Skip here. So basically, this is an example of one of the captures we'll do in this game. So we capture the dinosaur, and then we come off the trampoline on the left here to get enough height in order to launch ourselves into the first boss fight.
Oh dear, this boss fight isn't going well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've missed all of the strats. Oh, I nearly died. Oh, that's so scary.
Oh, God.
But
So,
yeah. Oh, do you want to explain?
Yeah, so there's a few strats here that Raine definitely has over me, as you are able to actually get the hat off of the chain chomp early on the first attack as opposed to the second, which saves you having to wait all that time. So essentially, how it works is you jump on the top of the chain chomp to stop it and release the hat, and then that allows you to capture it with Cappy and then hit Madame Brutal with it. So this is the first occurrence of a Grand Moon, which is very important for us because it is one moon that is worth 3. And obviously, if we want to infect them as quickly as possible, then we want to be getting as many Grand Moons as possible. The downside is, as you can see here, is that we're getting the cutscene. This cutscene loses us quite a bit of time, but not enough to make it not worth grabbing, essentially.
Oh yeah, and I think it's only called Grand Moon in the Japanese version of the game, and everyone else calls it the Multi-Moon. So you're special.
I've only ever known it as the Grand Moon. So, yeah. I guess that's also a good time to mention why people are seeing differences in our gameplay. So, as you can see on my screen, the language that I'm playing in is different from the language that Raine is playing in. So essentially, I'm playing on the Japanese language, and Raine is playing on the Chinese language. So, because of this, there is slight deviations in our times. However, we both believe that we are correct, so therefore we are too stubborn to change.
Chinese is faster, but don't worry about Magma, he's delusional.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, are you going to show off Action Guide Skip? One of the most hardest strats in the game.
Oh.
I've missed the bird, I believe.
You're in Sand?
Yeah, I'm in Sand. So, Sand Kingdom is one of the first bigger kingdoms in the game. Lots of things can go wrong. You have to collect a lot more moons. In particular, this bird here has been known to be particularly annoying because it's on a cycle flying around the desert, and there's only a few places where you can get it from. But if you skip the cutscene straight away, you can go and get the bird very quickly if you're fast enough. But half the time I just miss it and have to reset. But we'll have some interesting stuff later on in Sand. We're going to get to the Jaxi ruins early by doing a strat called Jaxi Skip, where we just fire a rocket at there. Well, become a rocket, fire a rocket at there, And we can get to there early, because usually we have to get there a bit later, but that gives us a nice free power moon. A lot of Sand Kingdom is really annoying icicles that I don't like. Oh dear. Like, most of my time lost in sand is trying to navigate up on the icicles and jumping up on ledges where we maybe shouldn't be just yet. But in sand, we completely ignore the objective of the kingdom. We're supposed to go and fight a boss called Harriet, but it's very slow to go up and find her. So we're just going to completely skip that boss fight and collect as many moons as we can lying around. Oh, okay. You're supposed to jump on top of that icicle, but I've jumped over it, which is perfectly fine because we can go around, it's just a little bit slower. There's a trick here, known as Dram, which is you can position the bullet bill, which is the rocket thing, in such a way so you can use it to teleport up to the top without needing to climb up as you get that moon that Magma's just collected, which is pretty cool.
Showing out behind them.
I mean, it's useful. I can point out different stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of variation basic route in sand. Some people like to go for the Sphinx, some people do notes. There's lots of different options. And especially at higher level as well, you'll see strats such as like daylight savings abuse, where you can plant a seed, which usually takes, I believe, 20 minutes to grow. But you use daylight savings to make your clock skip ahead forward by an hour. So you are inside a sub area while the seed's growing. And then daylight savings hits, so you leave the sub area and the seed has grown, which is pretty cool. But then that requires a little bit of skill that maybe I don't have just yet. You need to be a little bit faster and more consistent for sure to know when to hit that daylight savings. If there's anything to be read out, probably now would be a good time because there's not really too much.
Yeah, certainly. We have a $10 donation from our very own Paul Lister. It says, "Hello and welcome" from this donation. "Hope you all enjoy this weekend of runs. I'm putting this money towards the Fwa-ha-ha incentive. I want to see what the Easter egg is all about."
Oh, that's the Celeste one.
That is indeed the sound effect Easter egg for Celeste, any percent. It's a $100 goal for that one, so keep them coming.
And here I'm doing Jaxi skip. It's a bit dangerous because there's a nice pool of poison below, but we're safe for today. So we've managed to get up here early, and then we can just jump back down and collect our remaining moons and then leave. I don't know if you have any thoughts on Sand Magma. I particularly don't really like it too much as a kingdom. There's just too much going on.
It's an early kingdom that's very long, and it has lots of strats that can end in your death, and therefore lots of time loss.
Yeah.
So it's a very dangerous kingdom very early on. You lose a lot of runs to it. However, I think with a bit of practice, it gets quite a bit more manageable.
Yeah.
The ability to have lots of different routes is also quite nice, because half of the fun also comes from if you miss the bird moon, thinking of, okay, where's the closest moon I can go grab next? But no, I think this is the kingdom where my routes changed the most from how I began. Because I, for the longest time, did the Sphinx, and then just after being able to save time from not grabbing all those coins and such, definitely improved my time there.
Oh yeah, so we have been grabbing coins in the background because we need 100 coins in a couple of kingdoms to buy a power moon from a shop. So as long as we're above the 100, we're both okay. And I think we are now. And the very long cutscene here.
Yeah, if there's anything to be read. Take that on my side.
But if you see in the cutscene, Bowser just sort of flies off, goes into a little straw, flies up in his airship because we haven't gone and fought him here. But we'll go and fight one of the rabbits later on in Lake Kingdom. I don't know if you want to speak a bit about Lake.
Yep, so Lake Kingdom is one of the more simpler kingdoms in the entire run. You only have to grab a few moons from this kingdom. So one of the last one being boss fights, that's another grand moon we can pick up. I think there's about 8 in this one. There is some very nice out-of-bounds tricks that you can do in this section, but...
Lake Clip.
Yes, I remember that stream where you accidentally did Lake Clip.
Yeah, I managed to roll cancel into the wall and just went straight through it.
Mm.
So yeah, a lot of the walls in this game just don't exist. And you can just maneuver into them. Most of that's not very useful. But there's a game mode in Odyssey where you can play hide and seek with balloons. And often people will be complaining about out of bounds moves, balloons that are put in there by runners. And they'll be like, they're cheating! But I don't know. There's a whole other community with balloons, and especially trick jumping as well, because the movement options in this game are pretty cool.
There's actually an interesting fact about this balloon I'm about to collect over here. This is one of the only moons in the game in which you retain control of the camera as you go through the animation. So you'll see that in many of the moon collections that we do, we lock to a certain camera angle. Because of that, we are not able to set up for the next moons. However, in that one, we are able to. It's a nice luxury that we have.
Oh yeah, because you need to turn the camera angle so you can get the fish pointing in the right direction. I completely scuffed Rango.
No, I'm not doing too great either, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, usually this boss fight is alright, it's not too bad. You can do a triple jump and land straight on his head and then backflip onto him, but sometimes Rango is just annoying.
Like he is today.
Yeah.
So you can see here I'm stalling in the air to try and hit him as soon as he appears.
But yeah, you can just stay standing inside Rango because its hitbox takes a while to actually reappear.
Which is nice for us.
Yeah. Bit of an out-of-body experience for him though.
Hmm.
So yeah, Lake was a short little break, and then we get back into another big kingdom, Wooded.
Wooded, there is a lot of potential for time loss.
Yeah. Everything can go wrong in Wooded. And there's lots of strats here, from just beginning to intermediate to more advanced. You can do a lot of things in Wooded. There's a thing early on called Nut Clip, where you can go through a wall. Oh, I completely forgot. I need a rock. Yeah. I've already messed up this first strat, but I'm supposed to throw a rock at a rabbit.
Peter's going to be on there.
There we are. I completely forgot that I do that now, as opposed to getting the rock separately.
Yeah, due to the difficulty of that kingdom, it gives me a good chance to catch up with it.
And here's the moon that we were speaking about getting coins for earlier. And there's another one we'll be buying later on. In Snow Kingdom.
The strats for that are different depending on your version of it, isn't it? Is it worth...
It's not really worth playing 1.0 anymore.
Is it not?
No, it's just way too slow. There are basically two main versions of this game. There's 1.0 and 1.3. We're both playing on 1.3. 1.0 isn't really viable. You can go through a lot more walls, but other than that, it's just very slow. And just especially with loading up kingdoms and going through loading zones. But yeah, I suppose there are different strats depending on, you know, if you're an OG runner. I think World Peace is a bit easier to run on 1.0.
You've messed around with 1.0 before. haven't you?
Yeah, I've done a World Peace run, which is essentially the boss rush mode of this game. You go and kill everything in every kingdom. The genocide run, I guess. And you restore peace to all of the lands because you kill the main and secondary bosses. But yeah, routing here, so I forget the other way, but there is a few ways to go about just this section in particular and the order you do the moons in. I believe this route's called warp pipes, because we go up and get this checkpoint and then we go back down to flooded pipes, which is this sub area here, and then we teleport back up. But usually I think beforehand you used to jump down here and then climb up.
Yeah, so beforehand you'd go through flooded pipes first, and then you'd grab the moon in the maze, which I'm currently grabbing now, and after that you'd then move across and grab the cutscene moon that you grab with Piranha Plant, as opposed to before.
Fuzzies.
Oh, yeah, no, they're very annoying there.
Yeah, just this sub area in general sucks with cycles and the enemies in particular. But there is some cool stuff that TAS does, which is you just essentially go through the wall between the first and the second moon. I don't think it's probably like frame perfect or something like that. Oh yeah, also another thing in this game is that getting hurt is quite bad, because every time you collect a moon, there is a little health charge up animation. So you'll see here, you'll collect the moon and then it'll restore your health, which adds on a few seconds each time. So if you want to go fast in this game, you want to try not to die, you want to try not to get hurt, which, you know, honestly makes sense.
I mean, I sometimes take that loss for the time save, just like I did now.
Yeah, to be fair, with fuzzies, just damage boost your way through and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I think I do that most of the time. Sorry?
You also just in there on my side, due to the fact that we grab that checkpoint, we actually get, I think, the second time loss from the animation, not the animation, the dialogue of Cappy telling us how checkpoints work.
Yeah, I think that's just like a one-time thing though. So
Yeah,
you just have to choose where in the run you want that. Oh dear.
Yeah, on earlier runs you'll get that in sand, and then if you have an alternate route like we have, then you'll be getting it in wooded when you do that walk.
There is a strat here where you can jump to the top with a triple, but I just fell down. I'm gonna give it another attempt since I have a bit of time. Yeah, here we are. That was worrying there. A little bit of time loss. That bridge that Magma's on, yeah, you can completely skip that if you so wish with a fairly tricky jump. Which saves not a lot and loses you quite a bit. So up to you if you want to take that risk. We'll probably be playing fairly safe today, just for the sake of not holding everyone hostage.
Getting that time loss for that time save on everyone else.
But yeah, we are nearing another boss fight now. Just at the top of this tower. Always tell it's nearly boss fight time when you have those 3 slots remaining in the top left.
Indeed.
That void that can only be filled by the multi-moon. So yeah, this is Spewart. We encounter him a couple of times. Fairly easy, just jump on his head, same as any other Mario enemy. A bit annoying if you can't manage to jump on Spewart's head though, because he likes to go around and make a mess. So just try and deal with him as quickly as possible. Just like that. And if there's anything to be read out.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to thank everyone for watching the United Kingdom speedrunner gathering. Normally we are a 2-day speedrun marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow, Scotland, but due to the situation with COVID-19, We're bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns from the comfort of our own homes to yours. Back to you, gang.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah,
So,
go
are
on.
you getting outwooded now?
Yeah, I'm just about to leave.
Hmm.
I think we're in the same spot.
Yeah, I'm just getting some.
Doing a moon
Ground.
dump.
Yeah, I'm still picking up my ground moon. Oh, sorry, multi-moon. Must get it right.
There's lots of there's a couple of short kingdoms now, right back to back. Lost is quite, I want to say action packed. There's lots of moons very close together, and Cloud
Lost?
is your first encounter with Bowser.
Lost Kingdom is definitely an interesting kingdom. It marks the halfway point of your run,
Yeah.
and basically after you get through Lost, it's basically, do I want to reset or do I just want to finish a run?
I think it's like the point of no return is once you get past Lost.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the halfway point.
I believe it is.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll usually get out about half an hour. Don't know
Yeah.
how far we are now.
Guess it depends on how fast you are.
Yeah. If I'm
Yeah, so Bowser. Oh dear, I've already messed up fast hats. Maybe Magma can give it a go.
I will not be giving fast hats. I will be playing safe.
Yeah, there's some strats here you can use to speed up the boss fight, but you want to take Bowser's hat and punch him. Oh, and I've completely messed up all of these strats.
Please keep going.
It's giving Magma some extra time to catch up, and he's stolen the hat. Yeah.
I remember during my practice run yesterday, I had a lot of times when I'd be just completely out of it for hat stealing. I'd multiple times just give Bowser his hat right back.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry, sir. There you go.
it's just being kind.
Apologies.
Okay, I got the third fast hat, so as you saw, it's a lot faster to just do the strat than as opposed to waiting. But you can instantly get it as opposed to waiting. So, because I only did fast hats, I lose like 20 seconds here. So it saves a fair amount of time.
Yes, and with a kingdom like this, where it's very consistent between runs, 20 seconds can be massive. Okay. And then he also teases the mechanic of the next fight at the end of that with his tail swing.
Yes, the tail swing. The test if you can actually count in this game. So I'm doing a strat here called a meme tree, which allows you to do the level backwards. But in Lost, there is a very annoying bird that wants to take Cappy away from you. And it's triggered by walking onto the island and going over the bridge. And just hitting sort of any of the general lower part of the island. So we take the high route and we go around. And it's called meme tree because haha funny. Because sometimes it can be a nice run killer, especially just getting on top of the tree, let alone actually doing the skip.
Yeah, I'm having some issues now. Mario, please. Okay, well, I just...
If you just keep on blaming Mario, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing. Mario's playing, right?
Right. But once we go over here and just cap Klepto there, Klepto will leave us alone and now we can go to the lower parts of the island. I think Magma was saying earlier about accidentally getting the checkpoint over here.
I'd like to actually make it into the kingdom first.
Yeah, sometimes meme tree can just be a meme. Do you want to do cage triple maybe? Or cage jump?
No.
Gonna give it a go. There's another strat here where you can jump on top of the cage to get up.
I'm just throwing.
Oh, speaking of throwing.
Okay, well. Okay. Cage jump. That's true, cage jump.
So that's why we gave a little bit of a leeway for the estimate for stuff like Lost just being annoying and mean. But we intentionally die here so we can get back to the Odyssey, where we can then just go onto the rest of our adventure.
That's also a difficulty though, because due to the fact we don't grab any checkpoints to keep our respawn point at the Odyssey, it means that at any point you die, you start the kingdom from the beginning again.
Oh yeah, the bird gets reset, so you can't walk into the bird because that's going to be a nice couple of minutes time loss there. So it's better just to do it backwards. I don't think there's any actual boss in Lost Kingdom though.
No, because it's essentially just get out, and that's your goal. There's no world peace options for it.
And now I'm getting up to the bane of every Odyssey runner's existence, which is Night Metro. Night Metro is just bad and just not great. There's a couple of jumps we do here. There's a tower which I despise and refuse to learn. Ugh. This is a jump called Awning Jump. We're pretty much skipping out most of the kingdom here because we're just going to go on top of the rooftops as opposed to going around and having to deal with navigating the streets. So we can grab a quick moon here and just jump from rooftop to rooftop, which is quite cool. And I sincerely hope I don't fall down the tower, but I haven't done it in practice, which makes me think I'm going to do it now. But I do not know any good strats for the tower. All of these things are on cycles, which is horrible, but you can't hit that unless you skip the first lift. So either way, you're going to be a cycle behind. And you have to do an annoying backflip there onto your hat. Or I can just stay forever trapped. I think this is honestly down to a lack of practice from me, because I don't like playing, especially tower, but Night Metro. It's actually faster to jump off the back wall here, which I probably should have been doing. But I just want to be up and out of here as quickly as possible. So right now we're in 2.5D, but we can jump out of that like this to get a quick moon, and then we do a very scary jump the other end of the tower, and so many runs are killed because you fall to the bottom, but not this one, which is very lucky. Cool. And I can continue on to the Mecha Wiggler boss fight. What's happening in Lost Kingdom? Oh, you got Kleptoed.
I got kleptoed in a place I've never gotten kleptoed before. I got kleptoed on my way to the cage moon.
Interesting.
Like, I was nowhere near the bridge, and Klepto was like, "Hey, nice cat, I want it."
So yeah, this is exactly what we are trying to avoid here. Perfect example of not what to do.
Tell you what though, while you were doing your commentating, I have found a new appreciation to all our one-eyed speedrunners. I am having difficulties, like, just looking anywhere. Guy on the right is scary, says OG Hat in chat.
Don't worry, I'm scared of him too. He's down the end of the corridor from me. So yeah, this boss fight also sucks because the hitboxes on this are wrong. They're actually squares around here instead of the bubbles that we see. But I managed to do a 2-cycle, which is the fastest we can do this, which is pretty cool. And I was finally out.
Don't speak to me.
It's lost as a scary place. Don't worry, I know if I say anything about you being behind, I'm just gonna die a lot on mech.
So I'm entering Lost. I'm entering Night Metro as you're leaving. So that means I'm probably like 8 minutes behind.
No, 4 minutes, I'd guess.
You'd reckon 4?
Maybe 5.
The Metro in its entirety is about 15 minutes, isn't it? It's a decent while.
No, Metro. My gold, which is pretty bad, is like a 9:38.
No, it can't be.
Yeah, it's not as the beast that you think it is. It definitely feels like a lot longer though. Oh, okay.
Please. Aria, can you?
Here we have Magma attempting awning jump. It works because you can jump off Cappy and then do a wall jump to get extra height, but you can't do it the other way around. Oh, I nearly did a fast RC car here. Do we do any different strats on Night Metro? We do. What's that long jump there? That's cool.
Have you not done that before?
No, I've only just started going around, jumping around the right hand side. I used to do like the ground pound onto the left side and go around the building, as opposed to doing the scary thing over the hole. Do you want to speak more about what you're doing now?
Well, I'm moving into Tower, more what you were describing earlier of the bane of everyone's existence, mostly due to that last jump with the camera movement. There is a fast cycle you can do with the platforms, but that requires very precise movements that are not, I don't think, are appropriate for a marathon run. Oh. So, I wasn't really listening during your tower climb, so I'm not sure how much you explained, but we skip an entire section by getting a jump off the very top of that pole there.
I mean, just jumping up that pole in general is like skipping a lot of annoying platforming.
Yeah, so originally you're supposed to go all the way around to the right. However, in this case, we can head up to this platform up here. Then this is the run killer jump.
Oh yeah,
Nice to get just by the edge.
Nice. Yeah, it's because your like camera angle's moving, so you have to adjust for the camera angle rotating while you're trying to also point towards the entrance. It's just very scary.
Are you doing the revised route with the cuts out the loading zone?
Yeah, I'm doing the newer Metro. Do you do the other one?
No, I do the newer one as well.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I adopted the newer routes before you did, just because you were.
Wow, way flex on me.
You were very much I must stick with what I know. I remember our arguments about Wooded Kingdom.
Wooded Kingdom was an interesting case.
Oh, I completely forgot where I was going then. Wait, I've teleported here. I don't know why.
I was close there.
Oh dear. I've made an oopsie.
Oh no. Is it my time to catch up?
I just fell down after swaying in the breeze. But I can just take the spark pylon up there.
Got bad separation on this. Oh, I've missed the last one. I have to do a 3 cycle on that. On a Wiggler rather.
I think probably around here is my favourite point in the run because it's, I don't know, a lot of sniping stuff.
Oh, like long jumps and such.
Oh no, this is like the ground pounds after.
Oh, yes, I'm aware.
Like at the cafe and in the swimming pool. It just feels very cool.
So because we're on 1.3, we can grab the hidden Luigi hint art that you would assume Raine pick up. And with that, we gain extra 200 coins?
Yeah, I think it's 200 coins.
So that will fund the next moon that we need to buy in Snow Kingdom, which is the one preceding. The one that is next after Metro Kingdom.
Oh, that's creepy. I'm leaving day Metro as you left night.
I need to flex on me any harder.
No, it's just like a testament to like how sort of, I guess, equal length they are. Spend half of my time in the light and half in the dark.
Yes.
All of my splits are very red right now, but we're just completely
Oh,
ignoring
your splits are red, huh? Your splits are red.
it. So yeah, Magma's usually faster than me. I managed to PB earlier, but I think my audio messed up for that. And I still don't think that's faster than Magma's real PB.
Yeah, I've... Oh.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it just for some reason was not going in. So, for a reference, our times, you are now a 117 exec, aren't you? And I believe my unofficial is a 116. However, as with many runs and many games, PBs come and go, and many of them can come down to chance or how you're feeling on the day.
Sometimes I feel like half of this game is just RNG.
I feel like this game is quite good as it's not entirely RNG based. There's a few RNG sections, I believe.
Well, it's not really RNG, it's more just learning the cycles.
Yeah.
If you don't learn it, it is RNG, right?
It was a very nice game to start into speedrunning with, just because all the strats are very consistent and you don't really like have any. You don't have to deal with all the annoyances of more popular games where you're like, oh, that's just bad RNG. You have to reset because of that.
But yeah, no, for sure. I bought this game just to get into speedrunning. I was so fascinated by the movement and all of the cool stuff you can do, and especially like how much the community pushed down the time.
How many times have you bought this game?
I only have a couple of copies. I had to buy a few to try and find a 1.0 cart.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely a lot more newbie compared to Magma, I think. So yeah, no, I got my Switch specifically to play Odyssey, specifically to run. And I think Magma just had one lying around.
Yeah, so I bought it towards its release, and I got a save where I've gone through and gotten all the moons on it. And then a bit afterwards, I decided to see if I wanted to get into speedrunning of it, and yeah, so it was a nice, easy speedrun to get into, and cutting down the time is very fun.
Yeah, I also have a save where I've got all the moons on it, except I did that in one sitting, and it took me 15 glorious hours. And I never want to play that category again.
And it's the best kind of category, the one you play once and then never touch again.
Yeah, I played it more than once though. I'm glad they finally allowed breaks though. Because you used to not be able to have breaks during that.
That's the 100%. Is that, no, it's not 100%. It's all moons.
It's all moons, yeah.
100% also suggests you grab all the costumes as well.
Yeah, it's just a few extra hours of coin grinding. Or coin duping, but no thanks. But yeah, in Snow Kingdom, there are 4 doors that need to be opened, and then you go and do Bound Bowl, usually, but we just open 3 of the doors and we just sort of leave. And we sort of leave these Shivarians to just deal with their problems. But I feel like there's a side to Mario, he's sort of like, he just goes to all of these different places, he steals all of their moons and then just like leaves.
Didn't you hit the switch? Excuse me, coming through. Sorry, excuse me, just 1 second. Sorry, excuse me, sorry. Yep, that's sorry, excuse me, thank you.
Not very COVID friendly,
Yeah, come on, Mario. Make a mask.
If there's anything you want to say?
Well, first off, just to one up Magma's eye patch, I'm going to be reading the rest of the donations today blindfolded, so look forward to that. No, I wouldn't do that. We have a $40 donation from Crystal. No comment on that donation, but thank you very much for the donation. And in addition to that, we would like to thank ESA for supporting this marathon. Besides providing us with their channel for streaming, they are sharing gear, technical assistance, and sponsors. So be sure to check out ESA's next event, ESA Winter 2021, which will be happening sometime in February 2022. Over to you guys.
Yeah, no, Crystal's a very cool friend of mine. A very intelligent software developer, so thank you for that. Definitely has taught me a few tricks or two over the years now.
As I expected, I didn't expect to see him here.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see you're you leaving.
Yeah, it's just about leaving snow now.
Oh well, guess I'll see you in the next one.
Oh, you're just entering.
Yep.
I might not see you in Seaside, but luncheon I'm sure we'll meet.
Oh yeah, no, luncheon is definitely long. I cannot tell which ones. Like, I was going through the snow and I'm like, I can't tell where land is.
Yeah, this is Seaside, the resort kingdom, except there's a very angry, what's his name?
Octopus?
Yeah, he's an octopus. I'm trying to think of his full title.
Oh, I do not know.
He has a...
It starts with a stir, I think.
Sir Mollis Lancer, Dolphin of Bablaine.
Yeah, something like that.
He's stealing their sparkle water. It's just a very annoying boss fight in general, and I'm so glad that we don't have to do it here. We just sort of ignore that completely. just get on with that situation you have over there. I'm gonna steal some moons you have lying around. Oh, okay, yeah, I completely messed up the jump. Usually you need to get a capture to go up here, but that takes time going to find the capture. So we can just do some cool jumps.
I believe I know which room you're in now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stuck in the chest.
It's a new one. Yeah, usually we have to get one of these squirty boys over here. But... because it allows you to fly up like that. Don't know why I did that, it's just exemplary.
He's just giving me some leeway.
You're right.
It's not him bad. He's pretending to throw it. Yeah?
Mm.
You're just such a fan person, and you would not want me to... I don't know.
See, this is where I should have the nice outfit redeem like you had on your stream a while back. I don't know if you still have that.
I think I probably do. If anyone redeems it, then I'm gonna have to politely decline.
But Magma had a redeem on stream to, was it go and buy an outfit at the next opportunity from the next shop in the middle of a run?
Yeah, so in the middle of a run people could redeem and I would go and change Mario's outfit and it would not matter how well I'm doing or like how much the outfit was, just I had to go do it. So
on world record pace.
Yeah, on world record pace we can go buy a we can go become a samurai real quick. Hold
on. So this is a cool strat here called Fish Clip.
Oh, that's a cool strat. I do like that one.
If I can get it. There we are. So we can go out of bounds, which is very cool because the force that pushes Mario back from the edge of the map is exponential based on how far away you are. And capturing capture teleports Mario straight there, so the pushback force doesn't immediately catch up. So you can use it to just get over into the edge, and you can do a lot of exploration out of bounds there. You can also do this, or you can do other ways of getting out of bounds in late Kingdom in particular, but I don't know, the water levels are quite nice to just mess around in. But yeah, no boss fight here. We could just go straight onto the Luncheon Kingdom, which I used to not like. I'm beginning to like a bit more now. I think it's just more familiarity with it. But there was some just not very nice jumps there. But immediately at the start and also near the end too.
I'm in a...
And Magma is on the last sub-area of Snow Kingdom.
I am.
There is a boss fight right at the top here. We fight Rango again if you want to. We don't because it's slow. You just grab the hidden side moon and just leave. And here I'm going to be doing one of the most annoying jumps in the game. But no, I got it. Nice. You can triple jump up to here and get this moon quite nicely, quite illy. Oh. Else there's another strat called Salt Triple, which is kind of cool. But I don't know if you can do that, Magma.
No, I can't do that.
Oh. Oh yeah. Luncheon's annoying because of all the lava around. Or the spicy Pepto-Bismol, as the community lovingly refers to it as. And we have Spirit again. But this time Spirit doesn't give us a multi-moon, only a single moon here. Because it's not the final boss of this kingdom. Usually we have to go fight a bird. We won't get to that. We'll see the bird, but we won't fight it. It just teases us with the boss. Do you want to speak?
There's lots of interesting movement in this game. With regards to the movement of Cappy, I think it's unlike any other game I've seen.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he gets... Having the ability to bounce off of Cappy gives you lots of diversity with like height and width. So, yeah, you can get lots of really interesting places with it. You want to say something, Raine?
Oh no, I was mainly asking about all of that movement you're doing at the start. Those triple jumps. I had quite a lot of difficulty, I think, with those. I was wondering how you found them when you were first learning the game.
It was one of the first tricks I remember learning, especially that height jump to get that first moon that we grab immediately from the Odyssey. So that is a really good jump to begin with because it teaches you a lot of the mechanics of how Cappy moves, such as the increased height with how long you wait before doing a dive, which I love to remind you about whenever I see you struggling with a jump.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Just wait a bit. Just slow down. Take it easy.
Yeah. No.
But with that, it's definitely a test of how well you can Cappy jump. But there's also... So basically there's 3 steps to doing that jump. There's the initial jump off of Cappy, and then there's the movement towards the wall, which is typically just a straight line. And you follow by throwing it into the wall, which preserves your height for a moment, allowing you to get slightly more height than if you didn't. And then obviously wall jumping off the wall at the latest opportunity, and then proceeding to dive onto the top of the pillar, only just the... We're doing the upper bounds effect that Raine was mentioning earlier. Just hope I don't mess it up. I remember clipping back in bounds during practice yesterday and having to speak to the Sphinx. And completely forgetting the answer.
Option 4.
It is option 4. I thought it was option 3 for some weird reason. But I tried reading it and I skipped past the first message, and the first message was the important part, so I ended up throwing that. So it seems I'm half of luncheon behind you. So you're coming out of the fort room now, just as I'm heading off.
Yeah, Folk Room I really don't like. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll die. Yeah, the Podoboo is a cool capture, which is this lovely little fire boy. Your jump height is variable. So you jump higher if you're going up a slope, and there's a tiny slope here which allows you to jump up like that, and there's also another one straight outside leaving the sub area, but it's a little bit harder to get and usually results in you dying if you can't hit it properly, but I thought I might as well try and go for it.
The issue with those wooden stakes is if you land on top of it, then it immediately kills your momentum and
Kills your Podoboo.
Yeah, it like kills your momentum, it kills your Podoboo, and you're just basically stuck there. And then you have to either figure out some weird movement to get back down, or you just have to die and reset. But
Oh yeah, I was definitely intentionally dying there just to, you know, quickly reset the spawns.
Of course, yes.
Of course. Actually, for an RNG minute.
Everything we do is always intentional. There
Right.
is never any mistakes at all.
For sure.
So, yeah, like that entire thing with Lost, all intentional, all manipulated RNG. I'll make it back later.
Yeah, you just actually don't have to do escape, right?
Mm-hmm. Completely. So, where are you now? Oh, you're picking up what I like to call a Kojima moon. Because, for some reason, first two kanji are Kojima in the Japanese version. I have not yet learned what that means, but I just like to call it the Kojima moon. That jump you're doing now is definitely another test of how high you can go with Cappy.
Yeah, that jump was the bane of my running.
Yeah, I've lost many runs to that jump.
Or just sort of this bit in general is a bit weird.
It's very precarious as well, because if you fall off, then it's entirely possible that you won't be able to recover, and then you'll go back to the glass chamber.
Oh yeah, just completely skip that. You can just jump straight to the end there instead of having to platform around all those little ledges.
Oh.
I made that exact same mistake earlier today in practice.
No, really?
I think it like took me 2 or 3 attempts there.
Yeah.
The geometry on those rocks is very interesting because some of them you can walk on, even though it looks like you definitely shouldn't be able to. And then others will slide you, even though you should probably be able to walk on them. But I mean, there's a moon up there, so it's intentional, right?
Yes, it's very odd though, isn't it? You really doesn't look like you should be up there. I'm surprised you didn't mention the controller here. So, if you saw that there, I threw it and then locked on. I threw Cappy and then locked on, as opposed to Raine. Raine, I believe, are you playing on Joy-Cons currently?
Not today, no. Yeah, I usually play on Joy-Cons, which means I can do a nice little down throw there, which breaks open that crate as you're going down to there, instead of having to jump down then open up the crate. But on Procon, you can't really do a down throw. You have to do a ground pound and then throw out Cappy very quickly, which is annoying. because there's no down keybind. And now I'm fighting the Ender Dragon.
You in ruin?
Yeah.
Oh, got some good time going.
I know a lot of people in my chat just call this the RTX Ender Dragon.
Yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it?
It's like, it feels very forced into the concept of the game though. It's like, just during one planning meeting, they're like, what do kids like? Dragons! Okay, quick, we'll add one in! Write that down!
The art style doesn't really fit, does it?
No. I mean, where'd be a kids game though without a random dragon in the middle of it?
I suppose not.
Oh. But yeah, there's nothing really you can do here to speed up this fight too much. You can jump on its head to damage boost in order to just, you know, be up there a bit quicker, but other than that, so you can start hitting these pegs earlier because you're on top. How's a luncheon?
It's gonna be going better, I'll be honest with you.
It's luncheon.
Yeah. Luncheon is where I really start to feel the like fatigue of it, of like constantly just having to focus on the run, and it's it's far enough in where you're like, I can't reset, but it's also like not close enough to the end where you can be like, oh, it's just around the corner.
Yeah, you just sort of have to run through. It's a bit unfortunate. But we are getting.
As soon as you get into like Bowser and Moon, you're like in the last stretch of the game, so it's not too bad. But with Luncheon, it's just a very long kingdom.
Yeah, it's nice that Ruin's there. It's like a short break. You get a change of scenery. Your eyes can have a bit of a rest because it's.
You get a dragon, you know. Just
yeah. Oh, I actually don't get that first photo view there.
Oh, really?
I've never been able to make it.
Oh.
So, interesting little thing there. I suppose it's probably faster to get that.
You may have the time victory, but I have the moral victory.
And you got that jump first time, nice. I also messed up a lot just like trying to get from that platform to the end.
Yeah.
But we're approaching the final stages of the game now, once you're in Bowser's Kingdom. It's safe to say you're close to the end, and definitely just can't reset now.
Unless you die to Mac.
Unless you die to Mech, yep.
In which that's an hour of your life that you're never getting back.
Yeah, it's very interesting how you can have a okay run and then this boss fight just messes you over because it's just very slow if you don't do it properly. But I think there's quite a few different strats with Mech. Like Birdless is very quick, which we'll explain a little bit more later once we actually get there.
Do we have time for a very quick donation before that?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. Might be someone you know, Raine. It is a donation from, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Kaichu, with the $15, who says, GLHF, Raine, smiley face. See you soon, maybe, I think.
Hey, thank you, Kaichu. Kaichu's another cool friend. There's a lot of debate whether it's pronounced Kaichu or Kichu. I'm on the Kaichu side, so I'm glad that you pronounce it correctly. I think she's more on the Kichu side.
According to your side, yes.
Taking the entire crowd over here, Ron.
Oh.
Good cause, sir.
But Bowser's Kingdom, I definitely need to brush up on strats for. Collecting the Shards Moon can be done in a few different ways, and I probably don't do it in the best way. Especially in the longer categories for this game, like Dark Side, it just says collect the moon shards in the fast way or something like that, and I'm like, I don't know what the fast way is. I never learned. But no, we have a bit of time before mech, so I don't know. Magma, what first got you interested in this game?
It was originally I had bought it on release, and then I think after a while of looking at other speedrunners and generally just being interested in how things work. I mean, I think everyone would at least seen like videos of like, how Ocarina of Time was completely destroyed by speedrunners. So you always get stuff like that. So the entire concept of speedrunning was always in front of my face, and I don't know. I felt like it wasn't really something that I could do. I didn't really have the time or the I felt like I didn't have the time or the skill to put it into it. But after starting speedrunning, it definitely doesn't feel like the case, because everything feels so familiar after a while. Like, how many times do you reckon we finished this game? Like,
I have a counter in life and I don't want to turn it on. Too many, and I'm still nowhere near as good at this game as I want to be.
Exactly. So, because we're sitting at a hour and a quarter in our time, and sort of world records looking at sub-hour. So
world record's 56 now.
Yeah, it keeps on getting down by these amazing people finding these amazing tricks and putting in amazing amounts of effort, as with any game. So I hope that someday we can get close to that level. But
I think the main goal that any Odyssey runner wants to go for is getting sub-hour. I think that's when you're considered fairly good.
And you can start breaking through into the brackets.
But I remember my first run of this game, and it was a good 3.5 hours, I believe. I was watching a guide like as I was playing. But it was definitely really enjoyable. One thing I was a bit sad about is that I sort of missed out on being able to enjoy this game casually, because I've never played casually, and I don't think I ever will be able to play casually, because it's just like, no, it's too slow. Oh.
Difficult, but it's still good. Besides that, it had lots of very approachable categories and tricks that you could pick up easily. How about you, Raine?
Sorry, what's that? I think I went out for a second.
Oh no.
So
hopefully... I said, what about you? What do you reckon brought you into the game?
It was definitely like just watching various content creators on YouTube and then eventually Twitch. I was like, wow, this game's so cool. You can like jump around, you can turn into different animals. I think a lot of people also got a lot of hype from the minimum caps community, or at least originally I did, but then I realized that there are a lot better and easier categories to play. Like any percent. Oh, why am I? I nearly just like threw my Pokio down the edge of a cliff then.
Okay. I'm good now.
Ah, mech.
Are you at mech now?
I'm at mech now.
Oh no.
Yeah. There are a few different ways to this fight. I'm going to be doing the slightly not casual way.
Slightly not casual.
I say that and I've already messed up. You're supposed to knock bombs at it and then hit these little glass bubbles. And you're supposed to knock bombs at it every time, but you can just cling onto dear life and just jump on top of the mech.
Due to the fact that it's not intended as you being on there, it's very difficult to stay on, and there are many times where I've been thrown off for reasons not even I know now.
Oh, I managed to get on, but if I can get Rango, that's going to be a completely different story. Oh, the mech has a nice, funny way of just wanting to make you just fall through it. Oh, okay, sure. I just fell off. Not too much of an issue. I can get another Tokyo and continue on with it.
For every fall you make, I get closer.
So yeah, this is a 2-2 mech because I destroy 2 bubbles and then destroy 2 more.
I feel like the third bubble is the most difficult. Because you leave the top bubble to be hit last, in fact it's easiest to hit.
Still not easy to hit.
It's not easy to hit, but it's easier than the ones hanging off the side of the mech.
Don't know what happened there, but somehow it worked.
Oh no. Sounds like good things are happening. See, I can see the approach. I'm looking at the courtyard.
I was just sort of ground pounding for my life there, hoping something would work out, and it did. I'll be interested to see how you tackle the mech. It's always a main breaking point in a run. So if you die here, it's a lot of time. Oh, you're currently on Topper. Yeah, Topper has a few more caps than you remember. Right at the start in Cap Kingdom. But the first boss again likes to travel in packs of 2.
I think this is actually the first time we face Harriet.
Yeah, you're supposed to face Harriet originally in Sand.
Which is the third kingdom we visit.
Yeah, and she has only 1 bomb, but now she's upgraded to 2, which actually does not change her difficulty level whatsoever. One thing that's funny is that she always flies to the same spots after you throw the bomb at her face.
Yeah, so you can see that we get to specific locations as she begins to go into a flying phase. And every single time it's the same, so it's not too difficult for us to just make our way over there. Oh, you can see Raine making his way into Moon Kingdom.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that I'm doing okay-ish. I thought I'd be throwing a lot more than usual here, but it seems to be alright.
Yeah, definitely seems to be going well.
Definitely not a good run by most runners' standards, but it is a run. And it's my run. Oh, never mind. I spoke way too soon. Just fell off the edge of
This
Moon.
is where it all falls apart. Don't
worry, I'll mess up Moon Skip a bunch of times. Actually, intentionally.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, Moon, we have Moon Gravity. Slightly annoying to deal with. Because momentum's weird and jumps are weird, and you just want to get into the wedding chapel at the end as quickly as possible so you can have normal gravity again. This is very slow what I'm doing here, but it's fine. Oh.
Do you want to go through the cave? Just, mix it up a bit, yeah? Yeah.
But yeah, how long's Moon Cave? 5 minutes?
It's a decent while.
Yeah, but we do a pretty cool jump here called Moon Skip, and then that skips a big gauntlet at the end of the game. Yeah, that for sure didn't work.
Come on, give it a go now. Oh, you can do it. Just keep giving it a go. How about you get up there? Just jump down. Try it again.
Yeah, I'm just doing it for you. Moonskip's a bit annoying. Not really. probably one of the most free things in the game. There we are. You just have to... It's all about getting the first wall jump right, because you're not supposed to be able to grab onto that left wall, but you can make it work.
Good force.
You see Magma's getting back on top of the mech now.
2, 3 stumps. Ho, 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 ho.
So many cutscenes in this game. I'm just like constantly skipping everything. Oh, okay. That was a soulless hat. Got a little bit too close. Oh yeah, so if you don't do fast hats here, Bowser goes into a little tantrum and starts throwing a bunch of stuff around. But yeah, this is pretty much the same boss fight as from earlier, but with a few additional mechanics. We have the tail swipes introduced again. We have this little fire phase in the middle. But other than that, it's fairly easy. It's not too bad. I've died a lot of times here when I really did not want to. Oh, I was nowhere near positioned for fast hats there. See, that's what happens if you do well in practice. It's just not going to go well on the day.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2. The safest place in the mech is just right underneath it.
Yeah, because they just like sort of stamp around as if they're having a bit of a tantrum.
Do you have any more rocks left?
Nope.
Okay.
It was not fun.
It's a bit unfortunate there with mech, but that's honestly how most runs are, especially if you're on really good phase. You can definitely tell how a lot of people can get burnt out easily with this. So yeah, I'm on to the final escape sequence here in the game. Ow. Or not. You're supposed to be able to wake up early enough to be able to skip that corner. I just decided to jump into it. But this is the coolest part of the game, probably, because you get to become Bowser, the big enemy, and you use that to get out. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his cool hair or cool hat like before. Do a couple of triple jumps here to skip just a little bit of platforms over on the right. Do you want to speak about 2D skip? Magma?
It's how about you do it?
Okay.
I'm in the middle of something right now. Hold on.
So yeah, this is 2D section. You could do a series of very hard jumps to not have to go through this 2D section, because there are a bunch of invisible platforms left around. And then there's 2D skip inside the 2D section, which I actually did not do because I'm scared. But we did another little pointless skip there, which saves pretty much no time. But it also doesn't go badly, not too badly if you fail it.
I think Raine's in the final sequence here,
Yeah,
so.
just the music's very cool here. I'm pretty much just about to finish up. I need to smash 4 pillars around this map as Bowser, and then I'll be able to get out the moon, because for some reason it's breaking up.
I always like the music in the farmland section.
Yeah, it feels very rewarding. You just play the game just for this music. If my fireballs can hit, that'd be great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have absolutely no aim with these fireballs.
That's the thing with people who say with like notched controllers and such. Nope.
And 3, 2, 1. Stop.
Well.
Very cool. We're gonna watch Magma finish up then.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm just looking at the stream chat to see
Distracting yourself, I see. Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey in 117-ish.
While I'm finishing up, is there anything to be read out?
Yeah, certainly. I think we ought to give a little plug to the bonus game that was mentioned earlier. So we have an incentive going. It is a $500 target. And if it is met, then it will unlock a bonus run of a newly released indie game after the Celeste run. It'll be later on in the marathon. Do you need anything else?
If you got any more, go for it.
Okay, excellent. All right, well, be a good time now to talk about the fact that we are raising money to support Crisis, charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. They achieve this through education, training, and support with housing, employment, and health. 100% of your donations will be supporting Crisis. Here's a little more about what they do in their own words. We help homeless people find and keep a rented home. We do this by working with landlords to ensure a supply of places to live and giving homeless people the tools and knowledge they need to rent successfully. Our Housing Resource Centre provides information and training for housing professionals. The Help to Rent database lists private sector rented schemes across the UK. Back to you, Magma and Raine.
Thanks so much. Yeah, so how do you think that went, Raine? Your run?
I mean, lots of red everywhere, but surprisingly okay, considering I still sound fairly rusty. I don't think there are too many major mistakes, apart from maybe a bit of whatever happened in Moon there. Lost a minute 10 off my gold, but
I mean, you were on pretty good pace coming out of Ruined.
yeah, Ruined I left at 1 hour 23-ish.
Yeah,
but
I think my current goal is to be getting out of Ruined at sub 1 hour.
Yeah, I've nearly got that earlier today, but I had to skip the split because I splitted slightly too early just to get that sub-hour Ruined exit.
You can't have those cheated splits.
Yeah, but I remember when I first started playing and it was like trying to get out of snow sub-hour was a big goal for me.
Yeah.
And now it's crazy how far I've progressed. And
I remember you coming out of Goomba Room at 1 hour.
Yeah, but I feel like this game's been a wild ride and the community is quite cool, and I've met very cool friends who I'm definitely going to be keeping for a while.
Yeah, that's a nice thing about Spirit Rain, though. There's a very large sense of community.
Well, it's a very large community as well. I think it.
Yeah.
Probably apart from SM64, up there with population for sure. Or definitely if you look on SRC, you'll see it's usually quite up there in the top.
Yeah. Oh. We have Root Peach here. Root Peach.
Oh yeah, just Peach gets slammed by the block.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the cutscene shows her being alive and well. I did exactly the same thing there.
It's fine. It's fine. Just keep going. Don't talk about it.
Yeah. I don't know how much of this section is muscle memory for you, but it's like double jump into a slash into a fireball is like very ingrained.
I just like go for it with this section. The only thing that I focus on really on my movement is here, because we very easily mess up your triple jump there.
Oh yeah, for
If you
sure. I've
jump too many
definitely
times
messed
before.
up a few triple jumps there and had to go around, which is a bit annoying.
But there's I believe it's actually possible to run in the 2D section, which I am not pro enough for.
Yeah, no, it was actually it took a long time for the community to figure out that you could run in here, but you had to
Yeah.
be holding the fireball button as you entered into the 2D section, and that would allow you to be able to run in here, which is cool.
Hmm.
And then you'd use your other fireball button in order to actually get
Yeah,
rid
'cause
of the blocks in your way.
you can shake to do a fireball as the 3D Bowser. I don't think you can as the 2D Bowser.
No. But what's interesting in there is if you're playing two-player, you can just get Cappy to make you hover, so you can just jump around all of those sections there.
Hmm. All right, here I come up to the final section as well. Let's see if I can get this pillar. So I was saying earlier with the people who run with notched controllers. I'm not sure if is that. I don't know.
Was
Can't
this?
remember the current state of notch. So you know how people run with like GameCube controllers and such,
Mm.
because they've got the notches on them. It helps aiming those, aiming and hitting those pillars.
I don't think it'll be interesting to see a run done on like game cube controllers because they don't have what's it called? Motion input.
Oh really? What am I
Yeah.
remembering from then? Am I just
It might
remembering
have been a
someone
modded one to be fair,
Yeah, notch pro controller.
or a third party. You need to get the
Yeah.
fourth pillar too. Oh,
Hmm.
oh no, never mind. Okay.
Okay, don't
When
worry.
did you get the fourth pillar?
Just then.
Okay, then the first pillar.
All right, here we go. It's gonna be time. Oh my god. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, congrats.
That was could have gone better.
Yeah.
That's what we gave the hour and a half for.
Yeah, no, that's very cool. I had a lot of fun, definitely. I don't know, Magma, how you felt about
Yeah, no,
today.
that was very fun. First marathon is definitely definitely a good one.
Definitely a scary thing as well, for sure. I think we got through it just about.
Yeah, I wish I could have performed a bit better. That was.
I mean, it's
Not the best one.
you know, it's not everything is not going to go well on the day, so I think we did pretty well, all considering. But no,
No.
thank you, Ruffled, for having us as well. It's been
Yeah,
cool
thanks
chilling.
for green
No
donation.
worries. Thank you too for a fantastic marathon debut and for kicking off the UKSG Autumn Marathon for us. Do you want to shout yourselves out before you go?
Sure, Raine, if you wanna.
Yeah, I am Raine, or Raine saw me on Twitch or SRC. I run Mario, as you can see.
Yeah, and I'm Magma. So twitch.tv/Magma6770. I usually run Odyssey, but you may see me doing some variety games such as Mortal Shell, Dark Souls, and other games such as that.
Excellent. Thank you both once again, and thank you all for watching as well, UKSG gang. We're going to be continuing the Mario speedrunning block very shortly after the break, so stick around. We've got Ghost Senpai, who is going to be doing the 11 exit no cape run of Super Mario World, which I'm very much looking forward to seeing. So please stick around after the break, and until then, see you in a moment.